Hello and welcome to PlayPod, and we're here to play some Commander and to talk about the goings-on in the Magic community. So let's start things off with the introductions.
Alex with Project MTG back here with Animar Solar Elements. We're trying to get our Commander out early, grow them up real big, and make our stuff cost nothing. So that's where we're at. And my opening hand, I'm feeling okay about it. We've got enough land and we've got some spells. We can work with this.
Okay, this is Austin from Commander 99, and today I'm playing Firesong and Sunspeaker. So I'm focusing on the Sunspeaker part of this commander. It's whenever I cast a white instant or sorcery that causes me to gain life, my commander is going to deal 3 damage to target creature or player. So the deck is comprised of mostly life gain spells that give some kind of value to the deck. So whether that's drawing a card or destroying an opponent's enchantment or artifact, as well as this deck plays a small package of spells that ramp you up so that you can get enough mana to hopefully play enough spells in a single turn to deal enough damage to an opponent as the game progresses. So that's kind of how this deck focuses. As far as opening hand goes, I have 2 lands. I have some mana ramp that will hopefully get me there. If I can get to 3 lands, I'll be in a pretty comfortable position. So I think I've also got some ways to gain some card advantage. So I think this is good enough to keep.
It's Bret from Kitchen Table Commander, and I'm playing Gishath, Sun's Avatar. The main focus on my deck is just play all the dinos. I do have a lot of land in my hand, but nothing that I can really play it with, so I'm just going to mulligan and hope I don't screw myself here. That didn't work out how I wanted it to, so I'm going to mulligan again. That's a bit better. I'll take that one then. And there we go.
Alrighty. I'll go ahead and go with a tropical island, and that's going to be it for me.
Alright. And I'm just going to hit F8 to auto-yield through the turn. It makes things go a lot faster if I don't have to, react to triggers as they come up. And drew a land, which is nice. So I'm going to start by playing an Evolving Wilds and just crack it. And I think here I'm going to grab a mountain. Pass the turn.
Let's see here. Simple. Play a forest. And pass to you.
Drop a forest as well. And go with Trail of Mystery. Really sweet little enchantment for this deck, being a more space deck. So whenever a face-down creature enters the battlefield under my control, I get to search for a basic land card, reveal it, and put it into my hand, then shuffle my library. And whenever a permanent I control is turn faced up, if it's a creature, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn.
Wow. Yeah, that's really strong.
Yeah. It really turns those morphs into great blockers.
Okay, so I'm going to play a Plains. If I drew another land, I might have thrown this down. But I think that this, just in case if I don't continue to hit my land drops, it might be better to have a Thematic Compass. Gets me my basic lands, thins out my deck as well, which
Seems
is nice.
Decent. Alright, play a Plains. Put some wings on the board. And then pass the turn.
We'll go with an island. And then we are going to pop our first morph down.
Alright. So it's Willbender.
And I will pull a land in my hand and pass the turn.
I see you grabbed a mountain. Get your color fixing in.
I did. That's the only reason Animar didn't come out turn 3, which is the goal of this deck, but as long as I had mana fixing, I was like, alright, I feel comfortable. Turn 4 is okay.
I'm going to... Now I could Thematic Compass here, grab another land, but I think I'm feeling comfortable enough to get some cost reduction in, so I'm going to play... Yeah, I'm going to play a Ruby Medallion. Red spells are going to cost 1 less. which is good. Makes my commander a little bit more affordable. 6 mana is a hefty price. And throw down a Mother of Runes.
Very nice.
So, protection.
From the color of your choice. Very good.
Yep.
Mountain. Yeah, I'm gonna put a New Horizons down.
No creature to give a +1/+1 counter, but it's still mana ramp.
Yeah, it helps me get some of the larger stuff out, so I'm gonna take that hit.
I'm gonna go with the mountain and get that commander down. And I'm going to go to combat. And I'm actually going to draw my first blood against Bret of all time.
Don't do it.
I know, man. I'm super sorry. It feels weird attacking you, but, you know.
That's fair. I will let it through. All of my no blockers.
And I will pass you.
I'm going to play a Plains. I've got a couple things I could do here in terms of sequencing. I don't know if it's necessarily right to cast this because I can play a couple cards. I'm going to play a... Actually, let me tap... This might change how I tap my mana if I want to do two things here. Because I could search for a land with Thematic Compass as well as play a couple other cards. So it just depends if I want to use this as a replacement effect so that I can grab a land for next turn. And that way I can hopefully get down my commander as well. I think I'm just going to do one thing here and see what pops up rather than casting the spell this turn. So I'm going to go ahead and pay 3 for a Vance's Blasting Cannons. It's going to allow me to exile a card during my upkeep, and that'll allow me, I'm able to cast it. And after I cast 3, it'll flip into a land.
That he can do 3 damage to any target with.
Yes.
Yep.
It's, essentially a Valakut.
Only cost what?
3 mana.
2 or 3 mana? 3 mana, yeah.
So now that I've done that, yeah, I can do this.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
It's a good dinosaur.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yep, Trapjaw's no slouch.
I'm going to go ahead and drop another island. Go ahead and do this now. And I will go ahead and draw Ixidron.
Yeah.
And I'll flip everybody's creatures over.
Huh.
And that does not target. It's gonna turn all creatures face down, so Animar is gonna go face down too.
He will. I'll have to recast him.
Yep.
But it's better to... That Trapjaw Tyrant's a little scary. So I want him to have to pay for it twice. And that will also allow me to attack into Austin fairly safely with my face down Animar.
Yeah.
Since he keeps +1/+1 counter.
He does keep a +1/+1 counter. Taking 3.
That's a pretty sweet interaction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
And interesting how even though Animar's flipped over, that's still counted as
commander damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's all I had for turn.
Okay. So I exile the Desperate Ritual. I'm gonna cast that. Single red mana. Add 3. Gives me access to 6 mana in total. I could cast Firesong and Sunspeaker here. I didn't hit a land drop, which I think is pretty important. So I think instead I'm going to go ahead and use that mana from the Desperate Ritual to search up a land. I'm going to keep things going with red. Grab up a mountain, play it. So I got 4 mana here. Got a couple options. Could do one of 2 things. I could leave this up. I think what I'm going to do here is play something that'll hopefully get me some more card draw. So, Well Lost Dreams. Whenever I gain life, I can pay mana to draw cards.
I see a theme to your decks. You really like to have a full hand whenever possible.
Yeah, well, I feel like it's more reactionary. Just, you know, my board goes away, my hand goes away. I need to draw cards back up and hopefully have more plays for future turns.
No, I'm right there with you. I feel that that's something that's overlooked by a lot of deck builders.
That's a Wayward Swordtooth. Extra.
Yes, yes, it is.
Extra
I
land drops.
miscounted and do not have 10. I don't have a send yet.
No.
Okay, let's go with another island. Let's decide which way we want to go here. We got to get Animar flipped back over. I basically have to wait until he dies. Okay, we'll go ahead and go to combat first, and we will attack in at Austin for 3, and then we will go at Bret for 4.
Yep.
Okay.
Spread it out a little bit.
I'll take the damage.
Yeah, I'll take it too.
Move to our second main phase here. This one, we're actually going to skip the morph phase of things and go hard cast on this one. Really love his interaction there. 3/3 that now whenever I turn something face up, I get to put 2 +1/+1 counters on it.
Yeah. In addition to giving it +2/+2 from the Trail of Mystery, it's a lot of power on board.
Yep.
They're gonna do some work hopefully once I start flipping some of this stuff.
Okay, so I exiled a Primal Amulet. Something else that flips. Play a Clifftop Retreat. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cast the Primal Amulet. Be good cost reduction. You know, things are getting a little scary over there, but I'm just trying to build my board up. That's the best I can hope for currently.
And with you having a lot of life gain at your disposal, I mean, utilizing your life as a call at this point.
Yeah.
Run it down, you're going to get a lot of it back later.
It is a resource. And I'm just going to pass the turn from there.
Okay. So there's literally nothing I can do with this trap cha-cha.
It's just a 2/2.
I can't even unmorph it.
Nope.
Huh. Well then, in that case...
I mean, that's good because Animar's stuck under this 2/2 or 3/3 as well.
True enough. So I'll just play Spike-tailed Ceratops. It's like reverse menace.
Yeah.
I'm going to not attack, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to equip the wings to the Swordtooth.
You now have Sitting's Blessing, so it's a 5/5 flyer.
Very good.
And I'll pass the turn.
All right. First thing that I think we're going to go ahead and do is flip a creature here.
Could be anything.
It could be anything.
Could even be another morph.
Well, that's about the only thing it couldn't be. And let's go ahead and steal your Wayward Swordtooth. Break that equipment off of it.
Yeah, you got a 5/5 flyer now.
Unfortunately, the equipment doesn't come with it.
Yeah, he just gets the 5/5.
Oh, that's weird. I'm seeing, when I hover over it, I see owned by Ace Killsome Flying Haste.
Huh, yeah, I do too.
I guess it kept the flying, but you keep the permanent.
That's kind of weird.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. So we'll go ahead and move to combat here. And we'll send the 5/5 back at Bret.
Yep.
And we'll send pretty much everything else we got over towards Austin.
Okay.
Since he's a life gainer. And we're going to leave Animar back so that I can block against the Spike Tooth if I have to, or the Wayward Swordtooth, and get that back in the command zone.
Okay, so I tapped my mana a little poorly, but I'm still going to be able to do the same things that I intended to. It's just going to cost me a life. I'm going to cast a Ritual, so I get some mana. And then, once that resolves, I'm going to be able to cast a Exile, which exiles target non-white attacking creature. So I'm going to get rid of your Jeering Instigator, since it's the strongest one on board, and I gain life equal to its toughness.
Nice.
And so from there, my Well of Lost Dreams is going to trigger. And because I have 2 remaining mana floating, I'm going to pay 2 and draw 2 cards. It's a nice interaction. I'm still going to take 6. You know, but I think I'm still going to hold on to my Mother Runes. I'm waiting for something a little bit more, you know, a bit more damage before I throw it in front of something.
Oh yeah, it totally still has flying. I can't block it. Okay, well, I'm taking 5.
Okay, let's see what we exile with the blasting cannons. That is a Valakut. And unfortunately, I cannot play lands, so that's not great. Valakut's a pretty good card in this deck when it's on the board, not in my exile zone. Okay. But you know what? It happens. Instead, I think I want to get some more card draw going. You know, I don't really have any answers currently that'll help me out. So I will play my land for turn, Thespian Stage, and I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4 mana and play an Aetherflux Reservoir.
Oh, get ready for Laser Face.
So this is going to work really well with the Well of Lost Dreams. That's going to be a big part of what I'm going to be doing here. And so I'm pretty sure I have the most lands on board, but I do need to be able to play something to gain some life from the reservoir. And that'll trigger the Well of Lost Dreams. So I gain the life, and I'm going to pay my remaining mana to draw a card. And that'll give me a 2/2 blocker, first strike. And I think I'm going to pass. And that's going to cause my Thematic Compass to trigger and flip into a Spine of Vraska. Not bad. Gives me a nice protection tool.
All right. Get a mountain. Interesting. Well, since you took it, I think it's only right that you get it at your face.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. You saw this coming, I assume.
Oh, absolutely, and
Okay.
it's only fair.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you know what? You might as well have a 2/2 at you too, because
Okay.
you made it.
Okay.
But to spread it out, Austin, I'm going to send my 4/4 at you.
So I could take 4 here.
Mm-hmm.
Could use my Spires. Untap it. Otherwise, I untap something that does a little bit less damage. Animar can't flip. So I think I'm going to untap the 4.
Sure.
I don't want to take the damage, so...
Okay.
Throw the flipped over Animar in front of that morph.
Seems like an easy block.
Yeah, makes sense.
I was hoping there was a trick there to get him back in the commander zone.
There might still be post-combat.
There might be.
No, not for me. I don't have anything that can do it. So I'll pass the turn. But next turn...
Okay. Go ahead and drop a forest for this turn. What else do I want to do? I think I'm going to drop this down as a morph. And I think we're just going to go with a double morph kind of turn.
Yeah, another morph.
We're gonna back it up with another morph.
Okay.
And that'll also allow us to search up 2 lands into the hand.
When one morph isn't enough.
Double down.
Yeah, I mean, it's never enough.
You can always use more morphs in your life.
It's a lot of morphs.
It's getting there. And
You should almost call this deck the Power Rangers.
there is a version that is called the Power Rangers. All right, for attacks, we'll go ahead and send Animar in Austin's way. Those are the only real safe attacks I got right now. Are those 2 into you and leave those 2 back for blocks?
Okay.
Bret's gonna be safe this turn.
I'm getting a pass. Woo!
Yes. Even though you came at me at the face, you were only paying me back for
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
for
you took
dues
my
given.
5/5.
Well, this seems like a better chance to trade. So I think double blocking the Ixodron is the best.
No,
I kept Mother Runes along this long.
yeah, no, that seems like a very good, and that's a trade I was willing to make. I was like, if I can get you to throw both of them my way, I'll trade that guy out.
Yep. Up to 9 commander damage.
That's all I got.
Alright, let's see what we exile this time. Hopefully it's not as bad as the Valakut from last turn. Okay, another land. That's fine. Okay, so I need to have how many? 4 charge counters on that? Okay. Well, I'm going to play a land. And then do I want to cast Firesong right now? It's possible. I think first I'm going to go ahead and cast a Solemn Simulacrum. 4 mana. Gain a life from Aetherflux Reservoir. So I could cast my commander this turn, but I feel like I want to hold off for a little while longer. And I'll pay a mana to draw a card. Yeah, I don't really like getting Firesong out without any kind of way to protect it. And so without it on board, it's like I need some way to interact with him to keep him around so I can start casting some of my spells. And if I don't have any way to, protect it, then there's no real reason to cast it until it's safe.
Well, and with it already costing so much, the last thing you want to do is have it go back to the commander zone with attacks.
Yeah, and cost 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's never fun.
No.
All right, so I will be casting always be casting. And I will be casting Tally Storm.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a good card.
Yeah, so I think with that, I think I'm going to move my Cobbled Wings to it, because that's funny.
I mean, giving a Tali the ability to be essentially unblockable is really strong when it gets an attack trigger.
Yeah. So I think I'll move to combat, and I think I'm going to swing at you, Austin, with Wayward Sword Tooth, and no, you know what? Spike Tail at you, Alex.
Okay.
Bam.
Bam. No blocks for me.
Yeah. I don't know. Sword Tooth is 5 damage, which is a lot,
Yes.
but with this Trail of Mysteries and the, Salt Road Ambushers on board, you can essentially make these morphs pretty strong, and so I'm a little bit more worried about them. I think I'll block it with my Solemn to draw a card.
Makes
Seems
sense.
pretty good, but I'm going to save my Spires for another attack. This kind of leaves me open without any blockers, which is unfortunate. But okay.
Well, at least you've got the land that can free up one attacker.
Yeah. It's a good card.
It's a great card, especially once it gets flipped over. It's amazing.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and drop a duel. We'll go Hinterland Harbor. We'll take a quick evaluation of what we've got flipped over that these fellas can't see. And just make sure we don't overlook anything we've got turned face down. I think we'll go ahead and go this route. We'll cast one more morph face down.
Another face down creature.
Another face down creature. That'll get me an opportunity to pull another land into my hand. Okay. And we're going to flip one over.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
It's nothing outrageous.
Scry 2.
It's going to be big, but it's not going to be anything great. And now when my guys are turned face up, I will actually get the ability to scry 2.
Yeah.
Seems pretty useful in that deck.
Okay, we finished up our scries. Pretty happy with what we saw there. And we'll go ahead and we'll go to combat. We'll go to combat. So really, unfortunately, there's not...
Yeah, there's an Atali on board.
Yeah, I can't really, as much as I'd like to attack a wide open Austin over there with no defense, that's really going to leave me in a bad spot. So all I can do, I think the smartest play is go try to sneak in some commander damage and one other morph, because that way I can at least get in for 2 when he untaps one of them, or most likely the Animar.
Yep.
Don't want any more command.
Untapping the Animar. So it's a little less damage than from the Sword Tooth, but I blocked that, so just take 2.
I mean, that definitely proved to be the smart play. All right, and that's all I got this turn.
So let's see what we exile off of the Blasting Cannon. Another land, so not anything I can cast. Okay, time to count up my mana, because I've got a couple things I can do here, which might help me out quite a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 potential mana, My instances cost 1 less. My red spells cost 1 less. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? 4, 2, that's 6, plus 5 is 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's exactly enough to do what I want to do, I think. Okay, so we're going to try it. I'm going to cast a Firesong and Sunspeaker. So tap my mana. Either Flux Reservoir is going to trigger, which is going to gain me a life. And unfortunately, I'm not going to pay 1 for my Well of Lost Dreams because I have a plan for all my mana. I'm going to pay 2. Make sure I have 4 left over. Okay. I'm going to cast a Spiritualize, which I'm going to target. I'm going to target my Firesong and Sunspeaker. Which is going to cause me to gain some life with Aether Flux Reservoir. Primal Amulet is going to trigger as well. And no, I will not be paying for the well. Draw a card off of that. Okay, now this is where things get a little interesting. And I actually drew something that might be the safer play because it's going to let me deal with enchantments as well as gain life. Because I think if this interaction works the way I hope it does, it's going to be good for me. To be safe, I think I'm going to cast this instead of this. So let's go ahead and pay 2 mana and cast this. That's going to cause all of these things to trigger. So I'm going to gain some life from the Aether Flux Reservoir. Well of Lost Dreams is going to trigger. Primal Amulet is going to flip, I think. Yes.
Huh.
My Vance's Blasting Cannons is also going to flip. It's going to give me a little bit more mana, but essentially I'm going to destroy all enchantments, and then I'm going to gain a life for each one destroyed this way. From there, Firesong and Sunspeaker is going to trigger, and if this works the way I think it does, it's going to be very helpful. But I'm going to start by dealing damage to a creature, just to see what happens. So, choose my target. Always yield. Okay. So, Spiritualize, I'm going to gain life for the damage I just dealt. Okay. And I don't know if that worked the way I wanted it to. Because I didn't see anything else happen. So that may have not worked the way I wanted it to.
Well, I got rid of the trail and my New Horizons.
So plan B is to cast another spell in my hand, since I couldn't do what I wanted to. But luckily, at least I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to choose the modes for this. Going to gain a bit of life here. Oh, I just realized that's not actually going to work the way I want it to, because my land flipped, my instants and sorceries don't cost 1 less anymore.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So couldn't do plan B because the only land I have is a tap land. So instead, I'm gonna just have to pass the turn. So all that for nothing.
Well, it was a good try.
Yeah. And now no more card advantage from the blasting station.
All right. Just like everything I like to do with these decks, it's going to be funny. So I'm going to attack Alex with the Tali.
Nice.
And I think I'm going to attack Austin with the Sword Tooth. I'm going to leave the Spike Tail back.
Yeah. It's good at blocking.
But what I'm going to do is I'm also going to, I think, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to play Crash the Ramparts on the Sword Tooth, since you have the most health.
Okay. +3 in trample.
Yeah, I'm just going to try and like even it out.
Coming with some damage on this turn.
Okay, well...
Don't do it.
I'm going to remove it from combat.
Forgot about the spires.
The thing's a pain in the butt, right?
Yeah, kind of is.
It's good defense.
It's very true. Very true.
Get anything good off the top of our libraries?
Let's find out.
Oh no, I set that there for a reason. I scried that there. Oh no.
The Ixidor?
Yeah, that's right. I scried that there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got... I mean, you can cast them for free, so it doesn't matter what...
Yeah, that's true.
Blessed Alliance is going to allow you to untap 2 creatures.
Yeah.
Gain 4 life. So you could untap a Tali for a blocker as well.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to cast Tilanali's Knight because just why not at this point?
Yeah. Something to keep in mind... Oh, it's up to 2 target creatures. Okay, so you can choose to untap just 1.
Yeah. Yeah, I might as well. Untap up to 2 target creatures. Untapping a Tali doesn't take it out of combat, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
Let's do that. Yes, I know. You know what? I might as well take a 3/4.
Why not, right?
Oh, wait, does that benefit you? It does, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. That gives his face down creatures.
Can I undo that?
I'm like, dang it, come on, buddy. You put it out there.
Yeah.
Oh, well, too late.
Yep. It gives you a 3/4. So it's kind of a fair trade.
I mean, it's still a decent fair trade.
I'll take it. Sure. Let's do this thing.
Let's do this.
And yeah.
Yeah. I'm not put in front of it, so
Okay. Well, luckily I got rid of most of your buffs for these morphs. So they're not going to be crazy when they flip over.
Yeah, no, they've been sufficiently neutered. It's a little different game here. And we'll play our land for turn. Play another forest. We'll tap. We're gonna bring out a Fierce Empath, and that's gonna allow me to search my library for a creature card with converted mana cost 6 or greater.
Which is essentially another morph for 3.
This case, it might not.
Oh, okay. Might be something to enable the morphs, possibly.
We'll see. And we're going to go ahead and tap out and play an Eldrazi. And we'll play Conduit of Ruin, and we'll do another search for another creature with converted mana cost 7 or greater. Because this board state's getting a little mean, so I need to bring up some beasts.
And luckily this one doesn't have Annihilator. Just reduces the cost of your first spell. A little more reasonable.
At least that one doesn't.
Yeah, and there's an Artisan of Kozilek. Allow you to bring back either Ixidor or Salt Road, guys.
So we will go ahead, and since you've got your mana tapped, I'll go ahead and attack Austin with the commander and force you to either block him and send him back to the command zone or take some more commander damage. And I think I'll leave the rest back for block.
Yeah. I'm probably just going to block. I know I'm at a healthy life total, but, you know, I'd rather just kill it, get it out of the way. That way I can deal with some of the other creatures. The fact that it deals commander damage is a little worrisome in a life gain deck. Okay, another land. It's perfectly fine based on what I want to do here. Okay, so let's try this again. And tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. And let's cast this again. So choosing the modes. And pay 5. So that's going to put an Aetherflux Reservoir trigger on the stack, as well as 2 Righteous Confluences. I think this time I will pay a single mana to draw a card. My second Righteous Confluence is going to trigger, and I'm going to gain some life. Just a little bit.
Just a tiny bit.
Okay, so I'm going to be gaining... I gained 15. I'm going to be gaining another 15. So that'll put me at a healthy enough life total to where I can throw 50 life at someone and take them out. So from there, I can either cripple the other player and deal a bit of damage to them, or I can start taking out some of their creatures, and that'll allow me to, you know, hopefully recover from there, because I'm also going to be drawing cards from the Well of Lost Dreams. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to throw some damage at this Atali.
Don't do it.
And I'm also going to throw some damage at this 2/2 over here. My Well of Lost Dreams is going to trigger, and I'm going to pay a little bit of life, not too much. But I'm going to pay, I think, 1, 2, 3. I need some mana left over, so I think 4 is good enough. And draw 4 cards. So I will not be paying for these next 2. And that'll take out your creatures. And next I'm going to be gaining 15 more life. And we're going to kill the Wayward Swordtooth. I think is the next best option. And we're going to throw...
Conduit. You want to do the Conduit.
3 at your face. As much as I would like to pay for Well of Lost Dreams, I think a couple cards in my hand are worth keeping mana open for, so I will have to say no to this, even though card draw is pretty important.
Oh, you're already sitting almost on the full hand.
Yeah, 6 cards. Not bad. Okay. And is there anything else that I can do here? No, not really. So from there, I'm just going to pass.
I'm going to play Needletooth Raptor.
Ooh, that's good. I want to respond to that. 5 damage to a creature? That's not enough to kill my Firesong and Sunspeaker, which is good. But with other interaction, it may be a little worrisome.
If he gets that Forerunner down, it's a done deal.
Yeah. Do I want to respond to this? I think I am. I'm going to just delay it for a turn.
Okay.
So here's a lapse of certainty.
I feel like I'm uncertain now.
Put it on top of your deck. And no, I will not be paying for my well.
I'm going to equip the wings to the spike-tailed ceratops. You sure got me with those spires.
I mean, a flying 4/4 blocker isn't bad.
True enough.
It's not like a 4 is going to hurt him to the face either. It's 73 life. I wonder if we'll end with over 100 again.
It'll be interesting to see. I'm just going to pass the turn.
Okay, well, I'm going to do this now. I'm going to pay 50 life.
Sure.
Make it my turn.
Sure.
So, dealing 50 damage to you, Alex, in exchange for 50 life.
And I lost that extra blocker.
You did lose that extra blocker.
Oh, well.
Good game, sir.
Yeah. It was a good one. It was a lot of fun.
Okay, gonna play a mountain. I'm gonna start things off with some way to gain more life. And play an all Hammeret's Archive. Let's see. How much mana do I have? Yes, I will draw a card. Or did I not? Oh, I think I skipped it. Next time.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to play a Monastery Mentor. Aetherflux is going to trigger. I'm going to gain 2 life. Now I can draw some cards. Oh, I gained 4 life. Sorry. So I'm going to tap that. Tap that. I can leave a couple cards up. Leave some mana open for something if I draw into anything I like. Maybe tap that a little differently. And I'll draw 3 cards. Or draw 6 cards, because the archive allows me to draw twice as many cards as well, which is pretty good. So paid 3 mana to draw 6 cards. Not bad. Unfortunately, I didn't draw anything that gains me life, which is kind of what I want to trigger Firesong and Sunspeaker. What I want to do here is I probably just want to head to combat.
Sure.
And swing your way for 4 with Firesong and Sunspeaker.
Jeez.
So you can block.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. No, I can't do that. Left the wrong man up.
Different color.
Yup.
Oh, man.
Oh, well.
Heading to cleanup. Discard a mountain. And a Myriad Landscape.
Okay. I will cast that Needletooth Raptor again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sure. Equip. Why not?
Well, I'm going to do this now. I'm going to path your Needletooth Raptor.
That seems reasonable.
It's going to cause a few things to trigger. And I'm going to pay just pay 1 mana and draw a card. And then I'm going to make a monk, and that'll leave you open. You get a land.
I do, which is useful. I'll just up planes.
So I'm going to play my land for turn, throw it on a command tower, and then I'm going to cast a spell using my Wellsprings to double it up. I'm going to go ahead and cast, cost me 3, a Survival Cachet. It's going to, a couple things are going to trigger, but
A couple.
creatures are going to get prowess, so they're going to get +1/+1 to end a turn. I'm going to make another token. I'm going to make a copy of it, which is going to cause everything to trigger again. Firesong's going to trigger, dealing 3 damage. Actually, yeah. So, do I want to pay mana to draw some cards? Yeah, I think I'll draw a couple cards. So, draw 6. Deal 3 damage to you. Create a token. No, I will not be paying to draw more cards. The second survival is going to trigger. Deal 3 more damage to you. No, I will not be paying. And I just got a couple more spells I'm going to cast. So, play a Soul Ring. Prowess triggers, life gain triggers. You can kind of see where this is going.
Yep.
No, I will not be drawing cards. And then we're going to cast a Lightning Helix. More Prowess triggers. More life gain from Aetherflux. That'll deal 3 damage to you. I'm going to gain some life. Firesong and Sunspeaker is going to trigger twice. And this should be lethal. Now, obviously I can just Aetherflux for Reservoir RU. But dealing...
You know what?
I can...
do all of it.
Do all of it?
Do it all.
Do it all.
Do it all.
Okay. So I'm going to destroy an artifact by paying 2 mana. Everything's going to trigger again.
Wow. I feel like your decks come together like one of the Joker's plans.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, it's like of a mastermind, evil mastermind level, and I give mad credit. These things are fun to watch, man.
It takes a lot of interaction, like a lot of the right cards at the right time. So I'm also going to now cycle to gain some more life. So when I cycle this, I gain 2 life. Firesong's gonna trigger and it's gonna deal some more damage. I think I've run out of life gain spells in hand. But I could get them back. I think, I could have doubled things up a bit, but combat damage seems like an obscure way to win in this deck.
Yeah, kind of does.
So, attack with all creatures. End out the game.
You're not gonna laser me?
No laser. It's too easy. And that is game.
That is game.
Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, tell us why, share, and subscribe. You can also use the promo code CMDR99 at nextridgegames.com to get all the cards you need and support the channel at the same time. And you can also help us out directly by subscribing to our Patreon, where you'll be able to see new episodes of the Multiverses series before anyone else. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.